39.
I'm Jennifer Vogel, and this is Anything That Rolls. Texas at the 24 Hours of Lemons, or as the fancy people say, lemons. Now, they really are lemons. You can only spend $500 on your car, but they still cruise about 115 miles an hour. We talked to some of the drivers out of this race to find out what it's all about.
These cars are tore up from the floor up.
He's a little torn up on the front there.
Hoopties, jalopies, beaters, whatever you want to call them, they're known here as the Lemons.
It's a little car that could.
They've got bullseyes, bozos, and yes, even the Batmobile.
We're not crazy, we're just mostly harmless.
There's a $500 cap on your car's cost, but a little persuasion never hurts.
The 24 Hours of Lemons Supreme Court, we accept bribes.
They race all through the day to see which lemon can stick it out. But unlike the infamous words of Ricky Bobby,
if you ain't first, you're last.
The trophy isn't the prize.
People like me who are wannabe racers can go out there and have some fun and pretend to be a racer for a weekend.
It's the experience that's priceless.
I cannot. So we're out here at the 24 Hours of Lemons race. This thing is crazy. If you've never been out here, you've got to just experience it one time in your life. I am here with the perpetrator, Jay Lem. What are we doing out here?
We are waiting around until people start blowing up. We've been racing for half an hour. There's another 16 hours to go. These are $500 cars. What could possibly go wrong?
So give me a little overview of this thing. You get a $500 car. Is it like a real race?
It is absolutely like a real race, which is to everyone's surprise. You go out, you find a car, you get it prepared and to the starting line for $500 or less. And you would think, as we thought, cars would go around for half an hour and that would be the end of it. But you figure out a way. Transmission blows up, you fix it. Radiator blows up, you go out, you go to the creek, you put barrels of water back in the car. You can always get a car running again. So it is an endurance race, and we mean endurance.
Okay, now I've noticed a lot of people show up dressed a little silly. They have their cars pimped out. Like, what's that all about?
Well, here's what we think. You know, most racing, to qualify for the race, you got to be one of the 30 fastest guys, right? So what we qualify on is how entertaining is the entry. We get 200 entries. We got room for 115 cars on the track. So you get one guy who says, I'm an SCCA veteran and I will bring a Toyota. Who cares? Boring. You get another guy who says, I'm going to dress up like a clown and my car will squirt water out of a flower. Woo! He's in. The other guy is not.
That's what I love is this is an any man's race.
Absolutely right. You know, what we say is racing should not just be rich idiots. It's for all idiots.
Anybody out there that wants to get into a race, first most important thing is
go to www.24hoursoflemons.com. Read the rules, sign up, tell us what you're going to bring, tell us what you're going to wear. Maybe we'll let you in.
Now, if you think these rides are cool and slick, they are, but we have some more slick rides to show you right now. Welcome back to Anything That Rolls. We're out here at the 24 Hours of Lemons. I'm here with Jay Lem, the perpetrator himself. What's going on? What's new in this race?
I want to show you something spectacular that these guys have built. This is the exhaust-powered barbecue. It actually cooks about 4 pounds of delicious food while they're going around the track, and they know that it's done because one of their gauges right in there at the far end says ribs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man, from my own heart.
Hits about 160, they come in, it's time to eat.
Time to eat. You got to take a break. You got to feed the driver. Feed the beast is what I like to say.
That's exactly right. All right, hit it.
Hit it. Let's get out of here.
Oh, he's got a penalty.
We've got a penalty. We're going to get the penalty, and we'll be right back. So we're out here at the 24 Hours of Lemons, and this is actually somebody that is in trouble. So when they're in trouble, you have to be punished. So what did he do to get in trouble?
Well, he put four wheels off the racing surface, which means he is no longer driving on the asphalt.
Oh,
And we dislike that. That's not safe.
that's not a safe
Bad
one.
things could happen, and so we need to publicly shame him and his teammates.
We're back here with anything that rolls, and it's punishment time. We have a driver. So what's going on here?
I got loose and they black flagged me.
They black flagged you for what?
We're getting really loose.
What does that mean?
That means getting sideways, but still catching it while on track, but they black flagged me.
So what's going on here?
I'm on the porta potty because I'm a crappy driver.
Okay, well, this is obviously not a car pro, but we're going to introduce you to the real car pro, Jerry Reynolds. We're here with the car, and we're back with more punishment here on anything that rolls. Okay, what do we got?
Well, we got this white Nissan 300ZX team. That's the car over there. This team here, they put four wheels off. They left the track. That's a no-no. We're going to give them what we call the key party penalty. That's a bag of keys. This is a bag of keys. You will take this bag of keys and find the keys to unlock those two locks, and when you do, you're free to race.
Okay, so did you learn your lesson?
I think so. I mean, I knew that we were in trouble the moment the car went off the course, and I was like, oh, God, we're going to get a black flag, and now a penalty's coming.
Well, at least you didn't have to do the Macho Man dance.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right, so we're inside one of the Le Mans here. You can see this is very raw. Everything is gutted. We've got some roll bars, some safety gear. They can spend $500 on the car, a little more on the safety gear, obviously. Usually there is a steering wheel. But can I have the owner of this car, the driver, sir? I just have a couple of questions. Okay, what is all this?
Okay. This is your tachometer. It tells you how many engine RPM you're turning. The first gauge is your oil pressure gauge. It tells you how much oil pressure is in the engine. The other one is water temperature, and it tells you what the water temperature of the coolant in the cooling system is.
Okay, so speaking of cooling system, where's the air conditioner?
There is no air conditioner in this car. 2 windows, 60 miles an hour. It leaves.
And the radio?
Radio, we haven't put back in yet. It usually bounces the dash.
All right, so
We have a two-way radio. but
not an iPod dock. No iPod dock.
You couldn't hear it over the exhaust.
You actually have a special name for this vehicle.
Yeah, this is called a show stang.
A show stang, and why is that?
Because the engine came out of a Ford SHO Taurus, which is a Ford that was produced by Ford, but it's a Yamaha engine.
All right, we're going to give this puppy a roll. We're out here at the 24 Hours of Lemons. Now, you get punished if you do something wrong on the track, but if your car isn't up to par...
In our par, I mean, it's a pretty low barrier.
So tell me what, this car right here seems to should just be in the junk pile.
These guys, yeah, I think this car was dropped off like a 1,000-foot cliff. I don't understand how a car can get this messed up. The whole thing is kind of horseshoe shaped, and they're trying to build new extensions for the suspension to get all four wheels more or less pointing in the same direction. Now, much as we love terrible, terrible cars, there is a threshold beyond which it's just not safe. I'm not convinced this car is ever going to get to that threshold. So they're working it. We've got one of our chief inspectors here, Dave. He's kind of eyeballing, can this thing be saved? Can it not? It's about 2 hours into the race now, and they are a long way from being able to start.
All right,
so we'll see what happens.
They're going to work on their gears, and now we're shifting gears with Jared Martin.